Boys and girls, I would like you to meet the newest family member at the Crawford house. This is Gizmo. He's a tadpole. And you may have noticed that he's got some legs growing out right there. And we are very excited to be watching him grow into a frog. We get to watch all the stages of the frog development and the cycle that he will go through. So today's read aloud is all about frogs. It's a science read aloud where we're going to learn about how tadpoles grow into frogs. Hey there, readers. Today's read aloud is a 2 books in 1 read aloud. We're going to do a nonfiction How Frogs Grow book, which is really short and really quick and teaches us about the life cycle of the frog. Then we're going to switch to I Don't Want to Be a Frog, which is a fiction story that tells us a story about a frog. So we'll start with our nonfiction story. Got Gizmo behind me here, ready to listen to the story with us. How Frogs Grow. This mother frog lays eggs in the water. The eggs are little. Do you see all the tiny little eggs down there? There are many little eggs. Little tadpoles come out of the eggs. The tadpoles are baby frogs. Tadpoles do not look like frogs. They look like fish. The tadpoles have tails. They do not have legs. The little tadpole grows. They grow short legs and long tails. The little tadpoles do not look like frogs yet. The tadpoles grow and grow. The legs get longer. The tail gets shorter. The little tadpoles grow up. They have very long legs and no tails. Now they look like frogs. The frog is grown up. It can lay eggs in the water. It is a mother frog. From frog to egg. Here's the cycle that the frog goes through to become a frog. It starts as a frog, it lays an egg, it hatches as a tadpole. Then it becomes a larger tadpole, which we call a froglet. Then moves right back into that grown-up frog, lays more eggs. We call it a cycle because it just keeps happening over and over and over again. And that is what's going to happen with Gizmo here. He is at the stage where he's moving from tadpole into froglet with his 2 tiny legs. So now we're going to have to watch for some hands. That should be what comes next. Okay, moving to our fiction story, I Don't Want to Be a Frog by Dev Petty, illustrated by Mike Bolt. I want to be a cat. You can't be a cat. Why not? Because you're a frog. I don't like being a frog. It's too wet. Well, you can't be a cat. I want to be a rabbit. You can't be a rabbit. Why not? Look, I can hop. Sure, but where are your long ears? Besides, what's wrong with being a frog? I don't like being a frog. It's too slimy. Well, that may be, but you can't be a rabbit. I want to be a pig. You can't be a pig. Why not? Well, most of all because you're a frog, but also because you don't have a curly tail or eat garbage. Oh, I can eat garbage. Everyone says that until they actually eat garbage. Sorry, you're not a pig. I want to be an owl. Of course you want to be an owl. Being an owl is the greatest thing ever. Boy, would I love being an owl. So I can be an owl then? No, of course not. Why not? Number 1, you don't have wings. Number 2, you don't look wise. Number 3, you can't turn your head all the way around. And number 4, you are a frog. What's wrong with being a frog anyway? Too much bug eating. I see, but still, no being an owl for you. Why so glum? I don't want to be a frog. What do you want to be then? Not a frog. I want to be a cat or a rabbit or a pig or an owl, you know, something cute and warm. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I love eating cats. I love eating rabbits and pigs and owls too. And I'm pretty hungry. I might just go gobble up some right now. That's terrible. It's who I am. But guess the one thing that I never eat. Do you think you know? Badgers? No, I eat badgers. Lots of badgers. Frogs? Bingo! Why don't you eat frogs? Because they're too wet and slimy and full of bugs. Oh, so it's good to be a frog. Yup. I guess you can't fight nature. We are what we are. You are a fierce hunter. And you are a wet, slimy, bug-eating, very lucky frog. You should just be happy you're not a fly. What's wrong with being a fly? The end. I like that story because sometimes maybe we don't want to be the person that we are, but we got to remember there are good things about being us, always good things about being us. And I'm very excited to show you 2 different types of books. A nonfiction that's going to tell us true facts about tadpoles and frogs and how they grow up, and then a fun story that's about a frog who is the character in the story. I hope you enjoyed meeting Gizmo, I will be back tomorrow with another read aloud, and I'm very excited to share a couple new stories that I got this week. So until tomorrow, have a great night. Bye-bye.